Thank you, Ali, so much for that warm welcome. We are super excited to be here, and we are super excited to be speaking about a topic that is so close to our hearts. My name is Aditi Goyal. I'm your moderator for this fireside chat. As Ellie said, I lead strategic insight, so we do a lot of product strategy and analytics for NetApp. Prior to this, I was doing management consulting for tech companies in similar areas of analytics, cloud transformation, and data science. So today we have with us Haiyan, and your camera is not jumping, so welcome again. So Haiyan is a key member of NetApp's exec leadership team, and she works closely with our global leadership and with our partners, our product strategy group, our customers across the world to help grow our hybrid multi-cloud story across the world. Haiyan, thank you so much for being here. So, in this fireside chat, we want to explore how we drive innovation and how we address the lack of girls and young women in AI automation and data science field. We also want to spend some time talking about NetApp's Data Explorers program and how it is having a positive impact in our local communities. Haiyans is ideal for this chat because she has implemented many innovative, transformative solutions across strategic business problems in her illustrious career at F5, Splunk, HPE, among many other leadership roles. With that, Haiyan, would you like to share your personal career journey and how, in the ever evolving cloud space, the significant challenges and milestones you have faced and how you have overcome them?
Aditi, so wonderful to be on this fire chat with you. Thank you for the warm intro, and so wonderful to meet so many amazing women engineers and leaders in the world. Really, it's an honor to be here to share, some of my career journey and thoughts in the new world of cloud, AI, and data. Just to address one of the things that Aditi was asking. So when I think about my career, I actually started probably like many of you as an engineer and grew to a team leader, eventually starting to manage, product lines and business areas. And along the journey, I think there's a couple of significant ones. One is to jump into doing and managing something I am not an expert on, and that's when the Windows NT become an enterprise. I got to go build a business around that and product to support it. And the other major ones is actually sort of working across the aisle, coming from an engineering product background and become a business leader, become a general manager. And that happened. I was working at HPE. And I would say, when I look back, I would say, gosh, I wish I challenged myself to do something earlier that's not, I'm comfortable with, which is technology and engineering. Managing business, managing marketing and sales, it's a new skill at that time. And so that's one thing I thought I would share, just like always just look back and say, well, I wish I sort of tried something new and take a bigger risk earlier in the career. One of the questions that I think around this area is in this ever evolving cloud space. I think Aditi is asking what's happening there. I would say one thing I want to share is we live in an exciting world of cloud and AI that's transforming the world. And one of the things I've seen as challenges in the space and in the time that we live in is it actually, this change is not just technology. It changes the culture. It changes how organization needs to redesign and reimagine themselves. It changes how we really work with each other. New roles emerges, new way of working with each other, with partners emerges. I think those are the big challenges that I faced. And I think one of the solutions is build a very diverse team who can just globally and coming from different background, and to help you really see the different perspectives and work together to solve the problems.
Thank you so
Back to
much,
you,
Haiyan.
Aditi. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Haiyan. And it's very humble of you to say that when you look back and you wish that you tried something new. I'm very sure that you have tried many new things which many of us get inspired from. So thank you for that. And Han, you're right. I mean, everything is changing and we have to imagine new ways of working. But specifically, where do you see that AI and data science will drive maximum innovation across various industries? And where is the most impact going to come from? Because we also want to focus our energies into learning where maximum innovation or change is going to come in the next couple of years.
Yeah, that is a great question that I think many are pondering, is because there's so much excitement about AI and generative AI, or AGI. There's many terms. I would highly recommend, if you haven't got a chance, Stanford just published their AI index, and there's a lot of interesting analysis and research they have done. And there's a few things I thought I'll highlight here. One, believe or not, maybe you already sort of experienced that. There's certain areas AI beats humans on certain tasks. For example, for image classification, when you think about like how all these images get sort of classified in the world of so much video and images being created, and understanding the languages and doing the translations. And you probably have saw all this new like language models. You can create songs, you can create. So I think it's absolutely create a lot of new technology, new solutions that help humans to do things faster and better. But there's still a lot of areas that they're not like complex sort of tasks, and then the competition level sort of mathematics. There's still a lot of human knowledge and intelligence they're not good at. The other things I would say, what AI bring to us, especially if you're early in career and newer in a particular area, it does have the ability to make us more productive and leads to higher quality of life, because it accelerates the learning. It just brings the knowledge to your fingertips, and they actually said it helps early career and people who are just starting in a field more than someone who probably are already an expert in the area. So I thought that's an interesting research result. And the other thing, as you can imagine, certainly make scientific research, for example, material discovery and other things, so much faster. Those are some of the areas I would say that AI brings a new version of productivity enhancement, and accelerates the speed of advancement. Uh, One of the things I think you asked is, say, what is the most impactful to help
Yes.
us with this, right? I
Yeah.
think it's, we live in the age of data, and what's behind all this advancement besides algorithms and compute resources, it's the data. And so embracing that and embracing how data would help advance the world and AI and other things probably is one of the things I think will be very, very impactful.
Thank you so much, Haiyan. Uh, and you said that if you would look back, you would think about trying something new. So today, if you were looking back, let's say 2 decades ago, and you were in this era, where would you start? Would it be the Stanford study? Would it be just taking the data we have at hand and seeing how AI can help us do magic with the data? What is a good place to start?
Gosh, 20 years ago, if we had all this, that would be so exciting. But one thing I would say, it's always, we are still at the very beginning of this AI revolution, in terms of how that technology is impacting everyday lives. And I would start by just embracing this new tech. I remember when you asked the 20 years ago, I would say when the internet, e-commerce, and everything was sort of coming, we're kind of equating this AI to be even bigger than the cloud, bigger than the web. And I think it's embracing that, experiment with it. There's so many different things, and do that. And the other thing is just figure out along the way what your passion is, right? If your passion is, gosh, I can do more creative work, go learn the skills, go learn the tools, and do that and experiment. So your question, if I were to do that 20 years ago, I probably would have embraced more of, gosh, I want to do more creative stuff. And what is the thing that this technology can help me so I can become even more rounded in terms of what I can bring to work. I can do things faster. So I would just highly recommend everyone right now embrace the new tech, whether you're experimenting with Copilot at, with your office sort of suite, or trying out the things on the web, because through those you'll learn more about you, your passion, and what excites you, and that might guide where you might land in doing the next big job or interesting work.
100% agree, Hayan. Thank you for that. And speaking of embracing the new technologies and what it can potentially mean for us, it seems that girl and young women are not embracing AI automation and data science at the same speed as uh, young men. So, what are some of the strategies or initiatives that you think can encourage more girls and young women to pursue careers in the new technologies of AI automation and data science?
Yeah, I think, we are still in living in the world where women and girls are underrepresented in the tech industry. And that kind of, sometimes I think it goes all the way back to childhood, to who we see as our role models. I used to talk about, the more we can have in the films and in the media that women and girls are doing cool technology, and they are, being featured, right, as sort of the Wonder Woman, the Superwoman, is not just, how they are, being beautiful and being social, but also being powerful. I think that's like one thing, the society can do. I think for us who are in the tech industry, it's really more about how do we spread the world and do better with getting girls interested in technology. Sometimes it's not they're not, and they're just getting more exposure, and giving them the access. I think we at NetApp has a data explorer program. We can talk a little more about that later, but it's the education. It's also having events like this, right, to spread the words, to talk about how important and what the best practice. What I've found is, I have to say, we've made a lot of progress in the industry. Probably not ideal yet, but the hiring practice, having the right slate of candidates, having the right panel of interviews. There's a lot of things that corporate are driving with their KPIs and metrics for the execs. I think it's making a big progress, an impact, and social programs, the resource groups, allyship, mentorship. We are very focused on that and NetApp, and I think that's making impact for how we're growing and developing our women engineers and leaders, and that they will go back to the community and society to help sponsor more of those programs.
Thank you, Han. And that's a very good segue in the next question that NetApp has a Data Explorers program. Would you like to share something about the program and what it aims to achieve?
Yeah. So if you're not familiar with NetApp, you probably know our history has been started as a data storage company, and data storage is kind of an infrastructure for a lot of the technology that continue to evolve. And so we started from innovating for enterprise data storage, and we evolved into adding more capabilities of people to manage that, on the storage platform, data management, backups, and nowadays ransomware resiliency for cyber events and things. And now we really entered the age of intelligence. So now we basically talk about what we do as we are helping customers building, enabling intelligence data infrastructure. And that's founded on the belief we think AI and data going to be the force of good to propel our world forward. And data and AI are key components of continue to propel the evolution or revolution. I think right now people are actually using that word. In order to do that, it's not just technologies, people, and skills. And the Data Explorer program is really founded on what we want to do is to help unlock the full potential of data by teaching and enabling and educating the younger generation, starting from elementary and middle schools, because we think only when all the people, all, despite of geolocations and economic classes and things, bringing that skills to the younger generation from K to 12 classrooms. That's the focus of our Data Explorer program. And data literacy is one of the areas of focus, and we're working with a lot of organizations, especially leading STEM education and young youth development nonprofit partners, to design curriculums, to train the educators, and also having programs like the Tech for Global Good to exemplify and role model what this program and technology and data can do to help them with their career and business. Very excited about that. Check that out.
For sure. Thank you so much, Hayan. And we will share a QR code and a link to our booth so you can visit and find out more about what NetApp is doing in this field. With that said, Hayan, we do not have time to take audience questions and answers. No, we don't. Okay. I would like to thank you, and I will thank everyone for actively listening. Much appreciated. If you have any questions, please drop a note to us, and we'll like to get back to you. Um, I cannot possibly summarize your session in two, three lines. I think everything you said has so much experience and weight behind it. But the two big things that I would like to carry away with me, the first one is that jump the aisle, try something new, and learn from it. Sometimes it is scary, but maybe it will make us more productive in the long run, and we will be happy for the risk that we did take. And the second about AI, I think you're absolutely right that this is still new and evolving. So at this point, we just embrace the technology, learn something, make ourselves productive, and see where that takes us. Han, anything else you would like to add? Otherwise, we will just share a few things on the logistics side. And yeah, that's about it.
No, that's a great summary. As if there's anything that I would just add, hey, embrace the technology, always bring curiosity to the world, and be a student of life. And I thought would serve all of us well as a career woman and a person who bringing changes and positive impacts to the world.